Good morning from Cinque Terre, or in other words, 5 lands.
This time we invite you to discover with us 5 unique and truly charming villages in coastal region of Liguria, North Italy.
Nestled between the impressive hills full of vineyards and the crystal blue Mediterranean Sea, the Cinque Terre are included in the UNESCO World Heritage Site.
From hiking scenic trails to trying delicious fresh food and local wines, there are plenty of things to do in these 5 tiny villages. Featuring fishing harbors, cobblestone alleys winding up the hills and pastel-colored houses. The 5 settlements of Cinque Terre make an unforgettable experience in Italy.
We are starting exploring Riomaggiore, which is, depending on where you start, the first or the last one of 5 villages of Cinque Terre. On the port side you can enter these huge rocks, which they serve mainly as a wave breakers, but at the same time you can climb them and have a beautiful view over the colorful houses and also escape from the most of the people, as they are usually at the main viewpoints here. And here you can be a little bit more alone, you can chill here, you can bring the blanket and just have a rest or the picnic. The whole city is very downhill or uphill. It's not flat, and if you want to go to the shore you have to walk downhill quite a lot.
So you can burn all the calories you eat along. And the village itself is full of small shops like these with all the fruits, veggies, and also like clothes and so many other things. It's such a marine vibe over here. We came to the second village, to Manarola, where we took a break and much-needed refreshment at a local bar with incredible view of the whole village and the sea. And we are just soaking up the vibes. Manarola is actually the only village from the Cinque Terre which has no beach, but that still doesn't take away the picturesque vibe it has.
And actually this village made it to the theme of windows and Bing, so it's known all around the world as a picture of Italy. Oh yeah, such a refreshment, these drinks with a little bit of alcohol, a lot of ice, prosecco and soda. Good thing. In this village we decided that we'll take a short trail which leads to the viewpoint with the best view for the village. Actually that's the one which I was talking about, the themes for the windows, so let's see. And right now here we are surrounded by some tropical flowers as well, vineyards, and it's really beautiful and it's quite flat actually. Right now we will go at the same level. There were a few steps but now we are good, and the whole part of the village will just open.
Walking along the trail over the Manarola village is such a beautiful experience itself. Look at the views. Even though there is not such an official beach here in Manarola, we found a little bit hidden gem, like a staircase going down to the sea, which we really wanted to try. It is so hot and walking uphill all the time in this town is so tiring and we are like really sweating off, so we just put on our swimsuit and we are walking downhill and we're gonna try the sea for the first time we are here, so I'm super excited.
So we drive ourselves up a little bit after entering the sea, and right now we're walking towards the city center of the village because the spot was probably 10 minutes walk on the shore, then this nice walking path, and it's all like a one big viewpoint. We enjoyed it so much, and already the sun starts to go a little bit lower and the village is glowing, but we're not stopping here as we have one more to visit today, and probably will experience the sunset there.
Okay, you see this road? I needed like to get out of the car and show Michael the road, because look at this, okay? This is how we enter our accommodation for today, and it's really crazy. So now you see why it's far better probably to just ride the train over here. But as we drive, we already spotted another village, which is Corniglia over here. And this one is actually the highest one from the whole 5 towns of Cinque Terre. And where we are going to sleep today, that's basically like in the middle of the villages of Corniglia and Vernazza. So it's basically not in the village, because we wanted to explore, you know, like also the surroundings and the landscape. And, you know, we decided to stay in a very remote area, which I'm super excited to have a look. What is it really? Alright, so you just arrived.
Wow.
Wow, home sweet home. So just make a quick house tour, let's say. Just by the entrance we have this nice kitchen desk, and not a bad view for a kitchen, let's say, like the whole sea. Then there's a table and some chairs. And there is a couch, which can be also used as a bed if you came like, you know, 4 people. And there is some storage space and a fridge. And then you can also walk downstairs. And right here we have this other bed and also a bathroom. Very nice. Look at this view, which you can have from bed. Wow.
Wow.
This is super crazy. Look at this. And
Mediterranean
up there,
Sea.
there is like a whole patio or terrace, and this is our house. What do you think so far?
Amazing. Good morning, guys. We just woke up in this Airbnb, and so far it was amazing experience. It's so quiet here. You even have to like whisper, or you want to, because it's so calm. Even though there's one more house above us. During the evening we heard just the animals, and we made a nice dinner in the kitchen, and then we could stay here and eat it while watching the stars, which was an experience. We saw the Milky Way as it was so clear. This view is just stunning. There's a cliff around 200 meters and the sea below us. And there's not much around, but just few more old houses converted to apartments, and also a tiny cafe where we would love to grab our morning coffee.
As we found out, there's like self-service, so you grab your own drinks or whatever you want, and then you can walk with it all the way up. So even with your morning cup of coffee, you need to walk uphill over here. And there's a lovely sign like outdoor terrace, so we are just walking on the path. Look at this. So we took our coffee and oranges, and yeah, we are just going to enjoy it with a view. Would you believe this is Italy? Look at this coast. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Oh, I would think we would have oranges like this.
Freshly squeezed. So good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
One of the things not to miss in Cinque Terre is definitely doing a hike over here between the villages. If you feel like doing like the whole blue path, you can take the trail from Riomaggiore all the way to Monterosso, or the other way around, but always check the updates and the official info, because for example now there are some parts of the trail which are closed due to the landslides and stuff like that, so always check beforehand just to be sure. And we decided to take the trail, or to do this small hike between the villages of Corniglia to Vernazza, so we also have a bit of feeling how does the trail look and so on. So we are walking this path. It's very convenient. We are just walking in the shadow, as you may see. So far so good, and the views of the sea are just beautiful. The trail is not like in the forest, let's say. It's very well maintained. There are a few stone stairs kinda, so it's really convenient to walk. What I really found very helpful and smart are these signs, like emergency points. If you have any problem, you can just call emergency and you can easily locate yourself, which is quite cool.
Alright, after 30 minutes we already see Vernazza, where we are heading right now. Wow.
What a view!
Stunning. Like, this hike really worth all the energy, as the approach to the village is really different and much nicer than when going by car.
Oh, look at the view!
In these villages everything is super close by, right? The trains, the beach, the city center. Oh yeah, let's have some lunch. So we grabbed our focaccia and we're going to eat it just by the sea, with a little bit of the shadow, but the opportunity to go also inside the sea, so which we'll definitely use.
Let's try this.
Oh yeah. So I have with olives, and what do you have? I think it's
Some
prosciutto.
And basil, of course.
Of course. And a lot of olive oil. It's soaked with
try it
olive
out.
oil. Yeah. Nice. Like a bread full of olive oil and olives.
It's really fresh and rich in flavor. I have to try this out.
How do you like the prosciutto? It's melting in your mouth, right?
This.
No, perché qui già è arrivata la...
As we were driving, we made a quick stop at Old Sanctuary, which stands on the hill, and it's a little bit hidden gem, I would say, because there are no people around, and it's overlooking two beautiful villages, Corniglia and Manarola. We just arrived to the last stop of our planned trip, and it's the city of Monterosso al Mare. And from the first impressions, we already see that it's much wider and flatter than the rest of the cities, but it's very beautiful as well. Thanks to that, also the people around are more spread around, which makes it easier to go around because there are more streets, there are wider.
Alright, so the vibe here is quite different, I would say, because maybe the reason can be the fact that in Monterosso al Mare there is like the biggest beach of Cinque Terre, or the biggest, coast. And as you may see, there are a lot of umbrellas and, sandbeds, and it's all kind of organized. So we decided to also have this kind of experience, to just rent a sunbed and enjoy a little bit of casual touristic summer vibe, let's say. And it's not that full of tourists, I have to say, as it is already September. So yeah, we're gonna try this.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Alright, we are finishing exploring the iconic 5 towns of Cinque Terre right on the biggest beach in Monterosso al Mare. Well, I have to say that exploring Cinque Terre by car, it's really not the best idea, let's say, but
No.
we managed.
We manage, but we don't recommend it, as each village is actually car-free zone, so you are not able to enter the car directly, and many times you have to leave it much further uphill.
Yeah, sometimes we needed to walk like 1.5 kilometers down to the village, which was usually quite okay. But then on the way back, you know, it was uphill, and in weather like this, it's not always fun, let's say.
Yes, and that's why there are two, I think, better means of transport than the car, and one of them is the shuttle boat, which goes along each village, and you can buy the tickets so you can hop on and off.
Yeah, that can be actually really cool to also have a view of the villages from the water, which otherwise you won't have.
Or the second option is the train, which goes every 20 minutes in both directions in between all 5 villages, plus the big city La Spezia on the south, where you can leave the car and just take the whole day ticket.
Yeah, and discover the villages in your own pace, and you know, just don't care about the car. But the other thing is, like, we wanted to explore them in quite a short time, and also we wanted to have our luggage, and we changed the accommodation. So yeah, it was doable, I would say. But if you can choose, definitely choose the train.
Yes, exactly. And you will not have to pay for parking.
We heard a thing that basil is really famous over here in Cinque Terre, and actually the basil pesto was invented here in this area, so they put it really everywhere, and also in the gelato or in the ice cream, so we really needed to try it out. And I have to say, it's really delicious. It's like a combination of basil and lime, and it's so refreshing and delicious. So really, if you are guys in this area, definitely a must try. It may sound weird to put basil into gelato, but trust me, it's just delicious. What an Italian dream, as the whole area of Cinque Terre. If we didn't cover anything you would love to know about this place, feel free to ask in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you next week!